On the issue of the party agents, yes, I was in charge of party agents. On the day of election, after they finally gave us the party agents list, of all the expenses on that campaign account, it was that the money that we used to do bulk SMS that we did not negotiate the way we normally negotiate every other thing. Because one of the things I kept telling my teammates was that even if this money is there, it is not ours to spend. And so because it is not ours, we must ensure that it is judiciously used. Where we can use our personal money and buy something for 1 naira, we must ensure we are getting it for 50 kobo or 85 kobo, since we are using public funds. And that was what we did. And a lot of people will testify to the fact that most of the material, even the campaign materials, most of the things they like, these things were very cheap. We say, yes, we did, we pushed for a hard bargain, and most of the vendors that we used were actually obedient, and they were willing and ready to do it at the most minimal, cost. So that worked for us. But in the case of the the bulk SMS, because we were tight, this thing had come, they didn't give us the list on time. I think it was 24 hours to the election that they finally gave us the list. I don't even know whether they gave the other ones or I was the one that sent it to them. And so we needed to send bulk SMS. So we sent bulk SMS to 130 something, is it 36 or 39,000 polling unit agents, asking them, we said to them, send us your account numbers. Send us your account numbers. We got some, I think, was it about 5,000 or less than 5,000 that, sent in the their account details. On the day of election, we had set up everything. We were at the campaign office, came with my team, set up the payment. We're looking for the payment method. That was even when I knew that, they could use, there was a method where people were using their phone numbers. You can use your phone number as account number. All of this, I literally don't want to mention their name, but all of these financial institutions where you can easily get quick account opened for you. And then they were like, okay, because some of the team were like, we reach out to a particular company to say, can we create accounts for them with their phone numbers so that they will have this money. We started paying on the day of election. We started paying, the polling unit agents. Then something was amiss. Remember, people started saying they were not seeing polling unit agents in their places. Most of the agents that now worked were actually Obidients that ended up doing the work and bringing it sheets. So people were saying, so we now, randomly, let's call some of the numbers that we had. We're calling numbers. You will call someone, maybe the name is male, a female is answering, or is female, a male is answering, and they're asking you, they don't know what you're talking about. What polling unit agent, what this, what's that? It was like magic. And immediately I said to my team, I said, stop payment. Yes, I did. Anybody, in short, the Labour Party, the Abure faction, whether it's a faction now or whatever, the Abure and his team, they've hated my guts after election because of one thing, that monies were kept in my hand and I refused to send it to them. So when I noticed that something was amiss, I said, stop all the payments. I think we had paid like, maybe was it 2,000-3,000? I can't remember now. We just started paying. I told my team, stop all the payment. I said, something fishy is happening. That was when we realized that those Abure's people, the Labour Party, had given us fictitious names. Most of the names there weren't the names that were supposed to be there. They had been changed. Yes, I am saying this. If they want to go to court, please, let us all meet in the court. Names had been changed. I've never spoken about this publicly because I just felt, whatever has happened, this thing. We found that the names that were on that list were not the names that were supposed to be. Names had been changed. And what they did on election day was that they now started sending to me list of people that I was going to pay them. This one here, 200 million, that 100 million, 50 million here. You see these politicians where they see, so the way they call money millions in politics, you'll be thinking, is it this money that we work hard together? These people are calling anyhow like this. Oh, send this one to this, send 200 million to this, send this thing to this. And I said, no, I'm not going to send it. On that election day, if pressure and calls and everything can kill somebody, I would have been dead by now. I refused to budge. I remember my husband coming to meet her. He said, sweetheart, don't you think this thing, let them not say that, let them not come and start accusing you that it's because of you that Peter Obi did not win the election. I said, baby, the right thing has to be done, you know. Anything that I'm going to be, it has to be done. Pressure upon pressure upon pressure upon pressure, calling here, calling here, calling here. I still didn't budge. My husband said, no problem. He supports me, I know that. Later, it was in the afternoon or towards evening. So Mr. Peter Obi spoke with me. And then I said, Pio, we have a problem. I said, with the agents that we're supposed to have, they are not there. They are not there on the street, and they are asking me to send money to people. Okay, let me even add, there's something I've forgotten to add. Why, when they were telling me that I should send lump sum of money to different, I have the names that they sent me. If I go back to the WhatsApp messages that I will receive, that were being sent to me, and I said, because I said to them, share it is agents you are going to pay. And you know, that time it was the cash, there was that cashless, what happened, that change of money, redesign of Naira that CBN were doing, right? And so I said, there's no money. I said, say you people are going to transfer to the agent. I said, we from here, we will transfer to the agents. So you don't need to bother yourself and do the work. In election, that this is not the way election is done. In election, nobody asks questions. I said, well, you are not doing the normal election you normally do. We will ask questions. That's why we want a new Nigeria. If we wanted Nigeria to continue the way where you will not ask questions, they would have simply stayed at home and sleep and allow the people that are already destroying Nigeria to continue to destroy Nigeria. That was what I said to them. There was one particular place where someone asked me, okay, well, that was after the election, we were in a meeting. Okay, Aisha, how did you think you're going to stay in Abuja and then you'll be in charge of the agents? You'll be able to know the agents that are in Sokoto or other states. I said through their phone numbers. Because every agent, there was a phone number. And then, you know the funny thing, what the person said to me? He said, he now said that, I said, what did he say? He said that, but some of these agents cannot read and write. And I said, if they cannot read and write, how did they become our agents? There was silence in that meeting when I said, how, if they can't read and write, how are they our agents? How will they know if figures are changed or not? That was the end of that conversation. So when you had your fictitious name and they wanted to. So let me take you back to when Mr. Peter Obi called. Can't remember whether it was one that called me. I can't even remember. I think it was one that called. And so I said, P.O., there's fire on the mountain. Oh. I said, the agents that we're supposed to have, they are not there. Obidients brought in names. Obidients were ready to be agents, not to be even be paid. But yet, names were brought in, names were switched. And they are coming out to say today that they did not take part in campaign fund collection. You think you are in 1900? Where you can lie and get away with it. You don't know that the internet never forgets. And so when I told people, I said, there's fire on the mountain. Oh. The agents, most of the agents that they say they are not there. You know what Pio said? He said, Aisha, keep my money. I'm like, yes, boss. Your money is well protected.